Confession in the stillness. Acti, echo of solitude. A gentle rain caressed the cathedral's stained glass, each droplet a note in nature's hymn echoing through the vast halls of St. Gregory's. The air was thick with the scent of damp stone and incense, a fragrant reminder of timeless rituals performed within these sacred walls. As Charles, a humble night shift janitor, I moved silently in this holy space, my mop's path leaving trails of cleanliness on the ancient stone floor. The twilight shadows danced through the stained glass, bathing everything in ethereal colors. These colors, as vivid as a sunset trapped within the walls, seemed alive, casting an otherworldly glow that touched the very fibers of my being. Lingering echoes of past prayers caressed my soul, weaving a tapestry of hope and longing. Yet, amidst this hallowed beauty, a yearning weighed heavily within me, a desire to belong, to find peace in a world where I often felt invisible. I paused, leaning on my mop, allowing the vast silence to envelop me, a silence profound yet comforting. The cathedral seemed alive with echoes of generations past, whispers of faith and doubt left hanging in the air. Lord of mercy, I feel lost among these hallowed walls. Help me find my place and give me strength to confront the truth I have buried so deep. I whispered into the vastness, my words trembling like a frail candle flickering against the darkness. As if in response, a warm assurance settled within me, a subtle yet profound indication that my plea had been heard, that I was not alone in my solitude. The organ's prelude, the majestic hum of St. Gregory's organ filled the air, its voice a familiar companion. Daniel, the devoted organist, played each note with reverence, creating a divine tapestry that echoed the unspoken cries of my own soul. The music seemed to weave itself into my very being, stirring emotions long buried. But tonight a chill crept through the cathedral, a restlessness bound to a secret I held, a burden of guilt that shadowed my every move weeks ago. In a moment of desperate folly, I had taken money from the collection box. The guilt had festered within me like a wound, growing more unbearable with each passing day. Driven by desperation and the relentless whisper of conscience, I knelt on the cold stone steps before the sanctuary, the stark weight of my actions pressing down on me like a relentless tide. Holy One, I prayed, my voice a fragile echo. I am but a faltering soul, I have wronged this house and you. Show me how to make amends. The organ swelled around me, a comforting presence, its notes offering solace and courage I had yet to find. The music became a bridge, guiding me toward a resolve I didn't yet possess. A step towards light. As dawn broke, the night's shadows dissolved into a soft glow. Warm light filtered through the stained glass, casting golden patterns on the altar like the promise of a new beginning. The night's silence transformed into a resolve, a gentle but insistent urging that propelled me forward. Trembling in the morning's light, I approached the sacristy, where Father Thomas prepared for the morning service. His presence exuded a calm strength, a pillar of faith unwavering in the shifting tides of human frailty. Father, I called called softly, my voice tinged with the urgency of a soul on the brink of confession. He turned with a kind smile that soothed my anxious heart. Beneath the weight of his gentle gaze, my carefully held composure crumbled. I need to confess. I said my words, a flood of liberation that broke through the dam of silence. I confessed to the theft, to the guilt that had become an unbearable burden on my soul. To the sleepless nights filled with remorse, I laid bare the fears that haunted me. The fear of not being able to make things right, of being unworthy of redemption. Father Thomas listened with quiet grace, his silence speaking volumes of understanding and compassion. "Charles," he said kindly, his voice a balm to my wounded spirit, "you have taken the first step. Confession is about healing. Let us pray for forgiveness and peace through restitution." Kneeling together at the altar, surrounded by sacredness, I felt the divine grace's gentle embrace, guiding me to honesty and release. It was as though a great weight had lifted, replaced by a sense of hope that whispered of second chances. Oh Lord of mercy, guide my steps on this path of redemption. Grant me strength to right my wrongs and courage to face tomorrow. May your light illuminate my way as I seek to serve you in truth. Hold me close, oh Holy One, as I find my place within your love. A night in sacred light, a cathedral stands serene, a sentinel against the soft patter of winter rain. As twilight yields to night, a gentle mist cloaks the spires with an ethereal glow. Inside dim light embraces me, a refuge from the world. Flickering shadows from the stained glass windows dance on stone, forming a tapestry of color and mystery. As a humble janitor, I tread these hallowed spaces, my footsteps echoing like whisper secrets. The rhythmic slush of mop water is my companion, a soft hymn in the stillness. Each stroke is a silent plea, an unspoken prayer, where history breathes with ancient stories. Cool air carries incense faint memory. I pause, leaning on the smooth handle, gazing at the flickering candlelit alcove. Flames breathe with me, tiny sentinels of light. In the distance, the organ groans. this melody forever on the horizon of my thoughts. Lord of mercy, I whisper into the sacred silence. Am I meant for more than this path? Here in this great hall, am I not as small as a grain of sand, lost among the dunes of time? I continue my rounds. The cathedral's vast emptiness mirrors my solitude. The chill reminds me of my own insignificance, each breath a testament to fleeting life. The grandeur around me contrasts with my simple existence. Restlessness lingers, not easily buried by routine. Seeking solace, I kneel before a side altar, pressing my longing into the cold stone floor. Candles flicker, their small flames defying the darkness, shadows dancing with my heart's turmoil. Shepherd of my soul, I pray, my voice fragile as glass, guide me, I feel lost, just a shadow moving through this world, yearning for your closeness. As I kneel, a distant hymn filters through the air, a warmth spreading through me, washing over my doubts like a gentle tide, urging me to live lightly in this blessing. The warmth whispers assurance, a silent knowing my prayer is heard, filling the hollow within with divine presence. The turning, the realization unfurls softly, like spring buds breaking through winter's hold. God's guidance becomes clear as sunlight through stained glass. To serve here is to be near Him. My heart lightens as I rise from prayer, the weight of doubt lifted as if by angels. The Lord of this cathedral is the keeper of my soul, His presence more constant than air or stone. I move with newfound purpose, now seeing beauty. Each sweep of the mop becomes worship, each echo a reminder I'm part of something larger. Belonging does not mean standing out, but standing firm in faith in each quiet corner. In every silent aisle, I find grace guiding my steps, illuminating my heart's path. Embracing the call, I approach the organ, drawn to music like a moth to flame. The organist, a woman of few words, offers a nod, inviting me to listen as she plays. Her fingers coax ancient hymns from the keys, melodies carrying my prayers upward, weaving them into the air like incense, mingling with altar candles' glow. I realize I'm part of this sacred song, my life a note in God's grand symphony. The cathedral, silent witness to centuries of prayer, resonates with shared purpose, filling the space with unseen voices in this hallowed place. Under saints' watchful eyes I am found, no longer just a janitor, but a guardian of holy echoes, a custodian in God's court, my labor transformed into prayer and praise. Holy One, keeper of the night and my soul, teach me to find your light in stillness, to seek your strength in my humble labors.